And let's take you straight away to that breaking story now, coming from West London. The London Fire Brigade are dealing with a huge fire in a residential tower block in West London.
People could be heard screaming for help from the Grenfell Tower on the Lancaster West Estate near White City. It was first built in 1974.
At least 12 people have died. Dozens have been injured. But that death toll, we are being told, is expected to rise.
Today is an absolute tragedy, and it's caused by the lack of proper regulation of refurbishment standards.
Whatever the fire brigade said, we would leave the burning building. This seems the common sense thing.
This is the richest borough in London. Average wage in Europe, there we go. Average wage is 100k. I don't know if people put that in their head. 100k average wage, that's crazy.
I heard a woman's voice going, "It's getting bigger, it's getting bigger."
This happened to them because they are poor.
Baby was apparently caught by a member of the public after being dropped from Grenfell Tower.
In the last 2 years, he's moved between 9 different hotels and is still not in a permanent home.
Still in use in over 300 high-rise and public buildings.
Everything has changed, yet nothing has changed, for us at least.
A building like that wouldn't fly in a rich area.
Don't get me for this, so be woke.
There's still so much frustration at the lack of action.
To ensure that a tragedy like that never happens in London again.
The smoke rises. We live in tension guised as unemployment, gang violence, bodies overheating in a racist and classist climate. They don't care if we catch on fire, they're oxygen in the air when we catch on fire. They say that they care and we call them liars because they watched us burn and we watched them light us. How illicit of them to use flames to fight us, seeing people die in their homes, what a way to frighten us.
They tried to loosen the mechanism that keeps us united. They didn't know they would only tighten us. They sit in parliament on seats of false righteousness. As a bunch of dark secret keepers could enlighten us, they never thought their sparks of flame would spark a fight in us. We don't care what they claim, their apologies are superfluous.
We're gonna die from cuts, we're gonna die from ifs, ands and buts. We're gonna die from this wheel of bad luck.
They call democracy laws based on hypocrisy.
All the nation's wealth on one woman's head, I call autocracy.
Politicians saying vote for us, we want what's best for you.
I call counterfeit. Theresa May, proud of her response to Grenfell, I call bullshit. They throw dirt on our names as easily as our mothers have to throw dirt on our graves because we're dying in the streets like modern day slaves. Children dying in the safety of their sheets is a mother's nightmare. All I hope is that dying 24 floors up in the air makes heaven easier to reach. It's still hard for me to turn this pain into speech because fire used to be an unknown territory. But now with every passing truck or fire alarm, I think of friends that used to be. Friends that would have bowed their head in prayer that night just the same as me.
So if my life was spared due to lack of CO2 in the air, then I use every breath of oxygen I have left to shout until justice is done.
I scream your names from my damaged lungs, and to those Tory MPs with a lot to say.
If you've never had the breeze of your peers rain on you, then hold your tongues. We will never forget our loved ones. 72 lives and I wish I can hold each one. We the people are the strongest entity, black, white and brown, but our hearts are green.
Colour is complacent, not capable of being able when ability is seen as the rupture of my dirtied arteries. Poignantly polluted, I'm artfully conducive to the pain that conducts to the wiring of my brain. My DNA is why I am unable to come to common sense. Reductive yet productive to them. How did I think I was born to live, not born to live? I'm captured like this, a captive in the corners of my pigments, the sociological figment of my existence. I'm the statistic that surfaces the moment that an ethnic kid gets into Cambridge. The second a knife penetrates the veins of my head. The night where police pin my brother's face down into the ground for lurking with his trousers down. Doused with the cladding that lit my world aflame. Burnt into bones, bruised into empty holes. No graves, just yards of bodies with no names, no significance, no recognition, not even a fictitious statistic. If only I wasn't coloured common. Living in Grenfell, I'd be grateful to grace myself in colourless common sense. Remember the night of sorrow.